Well, there are a number of messages that I think are pertinent to America today, and we have to be cognizant of those things that threaten to destroy us as a nation. The first thing is our divisiveness. We, the American people, are not each other's enemies, but we have allowed the purveyors of division to hold inordinate sway in our society and to divide us into every possible category along racial lines, religious lines, gender lines, income lines, age lines, you name it. And it's created an enormous amount of friction and discord and frank hatred among people, simply because somebody might disagree with you for something. We have people who want to destroy them. This is incredibly detrimental, and particularly at this point in time, because we have radical Islamic jihadists who also want to destroy us. So why would we help them by trying to destroy ourselves? And then the other thing that threatens our nation is fiscal irresponsibility, enormous fiscal irresponsibility. And the fiscal gap is widening every year. The longer you allow that to go unchecked, the more painful the remedy will be. And that remedy will be borne by future generations, to the point that it will destroy the American dream. And it's so important that we wake up now and recognize that unless we begin to correct the course, we're going to destroy ourselves financially. No nation has ever been able to withstand the level of debt that we have created.
You mentioned race, and I remember after September 11th, on that morning, when people are covered with dust, you didn't know white, black, Hispanic. You didn't care. It was America was under attack, and for a moment we kind of forgot the stuff that divides us, but it seems like we've fallen back into old patterns.
Exactly, because our strength really lies in our unity. And a wise man once said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." So we need to just be able to look at the big picture. I was asked by an NPR reporter once, "Why don't you talk about race very often?" And I said, "It's because I'm a neurosurgeon." And she thought that was kind of a strange response. I said, "You see, when I take someone to the operating room and I open their head, I'm actually operating on what makes them who they are. The skin, the hair, the nose, that doesn't make them who they are. The brain makes them who they are." And we just have to start thinking a little deeper and not be so superficial, not only in race matters, but in everything. That's the reason that we have these sophisticated brains, so that we can look beyond the surface and analyze things. And then the other thing that I think is really detrimental to us as a nation is our failure to take a leadership role on the world stage. Because as we evacuate the leadership position, it will be filled by others. And the chances are that they will not be anywhere near as benign as we are. And it's very clear as you look now at the radical jihadist movement, and we're not keeping it in check, and it's flourishing. And at the same time, our military capabilities are dwindling. This is a very bad combination, and really could lead to the perfect storm for our destruction. And we've got to be smarter than this, and we've got to start putting that enormous brain into gear and doing the things that are necessary to preserve us now and in the future.